This is the American Abilities Television Network.
AATV is the only national network that features open captioning all the time. AATV, American Abilities Television Network, programming for the deaf and hard of hearing.
After an oil spill at sea, you may spot small, dark-colored blobs floating in the water or washing up on shorelines. These pieces of oil are called tar balls. The process of oil forming into a tar ball is complicated. When a spill happens, the oil spreads into a thin slick on the water. Winds and waves will then tear this slick into smaller patches. During this time, the oil will go through a process called weathering, where a series of physical, chemical, and biological processes change its appearance. The lighter components of the oil evaporate. The oil that remains mixes with the water to form a blend that is much thicker and stickier than the original oil. Winds and waves will then continue to stretch and tear the oil patches into even smaller pieces. These are the tar balls. Some wind up the size of a pancake, while most will be as small as a coin. Tar balls can be gooey, crusty, hard, or soft. A lot of environmental factors affect their composition, such as air and water temperature, sediments on a shoreline, or debris that gets stuck to them. After a spill, tar balls serve as an ugly reminder of oil's lingering presence in our waters.
An oil spill in the ocean is a life-threatening event for the animals that live there. Seabirds run into trouble when oil gets on their feathers. Even a small glob can be deadly. When you see a bird preening its feathers, it is actually carefully grooming and aligning them. The position of the feathers on a bird is what keeps it waterproof. A tight feather structure prevents water and air from penetrating to the body, allowing a bird to float on the water and be protected from extreme temperatures. When oil gets on a bird, it will stick to the feathers, causing them to mat and separate. This damages the waterproofing and exposes the bird's sensitive skin. If the animal then gets too hot or too cold, it can die. Birds will try to get oil off their feathers by preening them, but when they do this, they will ingest the oil, which can damage their internal organs. To help those birds rescued from an oil spill, trained professionals are brought in to clean them. This delicate washing and rinsing process will use a gentle dishwashing soap on their feathers to remove the oil. Since the birds may need several washes to get them clean, their health is closely monitored to make sure they're not overly stressed while they're being handled and scrubbed. Oil-soaked birds require a lot of medical attention. Releasing them back into the wild may take several days or weeks. But no matter how much time it takes, the goal is always the same. Get birds with healthy feathers back to flocking together.
This is the American Abilities Television Network.